I have a lot of friends, they take vacations for 6 weeks and 8 weeks and 3 months, and they're never happy. So I watch my father, so I like to work.
I've spent my entire life in business looking at the untapped potential in projects and in people all over the world.
But generally, you have to shake things up pretty much in order to do something of consequence.
The story of America is the story of an adventure that began with deep faith, big dreams, and humble beginnings.
I've gone to school. I went to the Wharton School of Finance, which I consider the best school, best business school. And in the class, I had lots of people. And it's sort of interesting because I've been able to watch a whole career now. You have some kids that aren't so smart that work very hard that do very well. And I've seen it many times. That's a tremendously powerful weapon if they knew how to use it. And a lot of the people that weren't, in my opinion, the best or the smartest became the most successful because they, right from the beginning, they had much more energy and drive. You had others that were really smart academically, they did fantastically well, but they didn't have that drive, and they had a lack of ability in one thing, they quit. We need toughness. We need this, we need the brain power, and we need toughness. I think right now what people want is they want competence. They're tired of other things. I'm blessed with a great memory, but it's very interesting. When I speak in front of large crowds, if you are reading a speech, it's much easier, but you don't get the reaction. If you're reading, or if you have teleprompters, if you have a teleprompter or in any way reading a speech or even looking down all the time at notes, you're not going to get the reaction from the crowd. So I go out and I really, it's a riskier proposition because when you read, you're not going to make any mistake. Now, I know what I'm going to say, but it's a riskier thing, but it's a much better, when you get it right, it's a thing of beauty. You do what you do. I mean, it is what it is. You've learned and you're an intelligent person. You have to understand that about yourself, otherwise you're not going to be very good up there.
I've seen so many brilliant people. They gave up in life. They were totally brilliant. They were top of their class. They were the best students. I've seen others who really didn't have that talent or that ability, and they're among the most successful people today in the world because they never quit and they never gave up. So just remember that. Never stop fighting. Carry yourself with dignity and pride. Demand the best from yourself and be totally unafraid to challenge entrenched interests and failed power structures.
And people that can handle pressure can be entrepreneurs, can be successful. Now, I have some friends that are really, really smart, but they can't handle pressure. In which case, they should work for somebody, do great, and have a good life. There's nothing wrong with it.
Never cease to be proud of who you are and the principles you hold dear and stand by. Wear your values as your badge of honor. In life, in order to be successful, and you people are well on the road to success, you have to find out what makes you excited, what makes you want to get up each morning and go to work. You have to find it. Did we take risks? Did we dare to defy expectations? Did we challenge accepted wisdom and take on established systems? Or did we just go along with convention, swim downstream so easily with the current, and just give in because it was the easy way, it was the traditional way, or it was the accepted way?
Some people, they say, I've got to be successful. I've got to be. They'll never be successful. It's too crazy. They can't think straight.
I think things generally tend to go a little bit slower than you'd like them to go. It's always a challenge, like life itself is a challenge. Unbelievably archaic and slow-moving, and in many cases unfair. In many cases, you're forced to make deals that are not the deal you'd make. You'd make a much different kind of a deal. You're forced into situations that you hate to be forced into.
Frankly, when I was in my 20s, I was thinking only about massive success. I didn't care about anything.
you get older, you realize that sometimes, you know, the old expression, cash is king, and sometimes that's true, but it certainly makes your life a lot easier. So in the early 90s, when the markets collapsed, the real estate markets collapsed, many of my friends, they went bankrupt and they were gone, never to be seen again. Most of them never to be seen again. And I fought through it. I never went bankrupt. I did a book called Trump, the Art of the Deal. It was the #1 selling business book of all time, said to be the biggest business book of all time, The Art of the Deal.
Yeah.
So copied all over the world. So I've had great success, but I really enjoy doing that.
I think that there's great enjoyment.
I want to have a good life. I want to put people to work. I want to create a lot of jobs, which I do. I create a lot of jobs. I'm a real job creator, tens of thousands of jobs over the years.
I think you have to be smart in business. I don't think you have to be a killer. I think you have to be smart.
It's a tough job, but I've had a lot of tough jobs.
Anytime you have a great business, you always have competition, and you always have, unfortunately, the smart and the tough people coming into it. But rich men, I guess, are always targets. Rich people are always targets. I think I help people. I like people. I have a good relationship with people. I have a lot of great relationships in terms of business and in terms of people generally. I try and help as much as I can. But you know, there are times when you just have to say, that's enough, that's all I can do. I just don't believe instinctively in turning the other cheek. If somebody was out to hurt you, if somebody was out to do a number on you, I really believe that you should just do a number on them if you get the chance. I believe strongly in getting even. If somebody has hurt you, if somebody's gone out of their way to hurt you, I think that if you have the opportunity, you should certainly go out of your way to do a number on them. And I've had more criticism that one statement in my book than any other statement. The priests, the rabbis, they've all said, what a terrible thing to say. That's against our teachings. I just believe it. I believe in an eye for an eye. There were people that I really helped in business when things were very good in the 1980s and when my company was going good. And they did not lift a finger to help me when I needed it. And there were a couple of them that could have very easily helped me.
You know, words are less important to me than deeds.
I've seen people that are super genius, but they don't have that gut feeling. They don't have that stick-to-itiveness, that never quit. And I've seen people that almost made it and failed because they couldn't go that extra mile.
When natural disaster strikes, when people face hardship, you learn the rewards of hard work and perseverance. Never, ever give up, never quit. Persevere, never, ever quit. And if you refuse to give in to doubt or to fear. You will be proud of yourself. You also learn to believe in yourself, so important, to have confidence in your ability, and to take responsibility for your own life. When you face down new challenges, and you will have plenty of them, develop talents you never thought possible, you discover that you can handle anything. Many of life's most valuable lessons are learned on the field of competition. The value of patience and perseverance, hard work and determination, and the ability to overcome adversity, making lifelong friends all along the way. Builds character, forges friendships, tears down barriers, and brings people from all walks of life closer together. They really have to be learned and lived on the field of practice with lots of sweat, lots of hard work, and lots of determination. A word you never hear when you're talking about success. When some of these guys that never made 10 cents, they're on television giving you things about how you're going to be successful. And the only thing they ever did was a book and a tape. There's no better feeling than an achievement that you've earned with your own sweat, tears, resolve, hard work. There's nothing like it. Do you agree with that?